This is Mike Russell from Music Radio Creative Live, and you are listening to the My Stuttering Life podcast, hosted by Pedro Pena. So let's get started.
What's up, guys? This is Pedro from My Stuttering Life, where you will hear the good, the bad, the very ugly. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, but through it all, just know that you are not alone. So, let's get started. This is episode number 54, and my special guest is Gal Zussman. Mr. Zussman is from Israel and is currently a 12th grader in high school, and he states that his stutter came back after 2 years of fluency. Mr. Zussman is an amateur bodybuilder and won the Mr. Israel competition with a first place finish. I am honored to have him as a guest with me on the My Stuttering Life podcast. Welcome, Gal Zussman.
Shalom. Hello. Hey, Pedro.
Are you doing well, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I want to thank you for being a guest on my podcast. We have a lot of topics to cover, so let's get started.
Let's go.
All right. So do you remember when you first began to stutter?
Wow. No. Basically no, because the first time that I started to stutter, it's since I remember myself. So I don't remember the first time because it's like since I 2 years old, so I don't remember it.
Okay. Now, do other people in your family stutter?
No, and that is really sucks. Why it sucks? Because it means, it means that there is no people that know what I actually feel, you know?
I do.
So that's not something genetically. It's just like that, without any reason.
Now, have you ever had speech therapy?
Yes, I have speech therapy. I have it like once or two, like once a week or once a 2 weeks, and it's really nice. She gives me a few things to do, to practice, and it's nice, you know, someone to talk with him.
Perfect. Yeah. My speech therapist, growing up all through school, and college and in the military, I've had awesome speech therapists. They taught me various techniques, and what you are hearing right now, it's 20 years of speech therapy techniques and tips to help me get out what I really need to get out. So I love all my speech therapists.
Yeah, that is a really good. That is a really good work because you are really good, actually.
Now, you are in high school.
Yeah.
So how is high school life with having a stutter?
That's a good question. Surprisingly for me, that's a really good life in high school. I have a lot of friends, and like 99.9% of my friends have a lot of patience, are really support me, don't judge me, and my high school in life actually good. No one's bullying me or something, and it's actually really good.
Wow, that is great. That is good to hear, because many people who stutter in high school, they have a horrible time because of the bullying, the mocking and teasing. And so I'm glad for you that you have people around you who are helpful and very supportive.
Yeah, that really helpful. And what I wanted to say another thing about that. That like because my stutter came to me like half year ago, and like most of my people didn't know that I have stutter, and like I didn't told them about that, and I just I just told told them, and then they start to more be patient. Like they even didn't know that when I have my 2 years fluency.
Wow, that is awesome because you are taking the time to tell people that I have a stutter and this is what it is. And so I think that is awesome because the whole key for us and I mean for everybody is there are a lot of people who don't know what it is. And what they don't know, they have a hard time handling. And so if we can take the time to just tell them, to educate them, here is what I have. It's called a stutter. You may hear me repeat some words. I may have some facial expressions. My eyes may go all over the place, and
Yeah,
my and my
I
hands.
know that because me too. Like just talk and then talk with just closing my eyes. I just talk with closing my eyes, and when I stop to close my when I stop to just do it, they like stare at me like, "What the fuck? You're a weirdo." But when it's like, eh? But when it's a friend, that's good. And another thing that something that I learned from your podcast is that the weakest point of me is stutter basically, and no one's like to speak about their weak point. And like since I finished all of your episodes, I just when I finished, I said to people like I said them PWS. I start to be pride of it.
That is awesome, sir. Thank you so much. And you and I are very similar in that I also close my eyes, but after a point, I get kind of dizzy. So
Yeah.
and so I got to open up my eyes, and then I'm
Yeah.
looking all over the place, and they're like, "Oh my God, is he okay? Do we have to call 911?"
Yeah. So like, do you have Parkinson? They think in their head, right?
They have asked me a whole bunch of stuff. And so I just have to say, okay, look, I just have a stutter and this is how I handle it. My eyes may go all over the place. I may have them all closed, but please just be patient.
Yeah. It's just a nice way to let the words come out. Like it's like to press in your body, like like it's a nice way, right?
You are so correct, Gal. You are so correct.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now, do you have any advice for parents and teachers with regards to children who stutter?
Advice for parents and teachers. Yes, of course. First of all, for parents, uh, you have to behave like your child has have no any stutter. You can't look at them like he's a weirdo. You can't like complete his sentence. You just need to listen to them like their normal fluency, because they will think every day that they are weirdo. And another advice for teachers is, if some teacher wondering if their student is stutter, because something that happened to me, it's just one teacher. It was like 1 month ago. It's like really fresh. One teacher came to me when I with my friend, and it's the weakest point, and she asked like, I have to do an exam with my voice in front of my class, and she asked me in front of my friends if I have stutter, and that's a bad way to do it. If teacher have to take the child to their office or something and ask privately. That's it.
That is great advice because during school time, during, history class and English, they would pick on you to read out loud. And so did that one time, and it was horrible. It was traumatic. I couldn't say anything. And so they heard like buzzing and clipping and, it was just horrible. And so I told myself that will never happen again. During the next school days, when we would have to read again, I would raise my hand and go to the restroom. And so for years, I did that like constantly. And so my teachers thought I had a medical condition. I said, no. I just don't like to speak out loud because I have a stutter. And so you have great advice for teachers. In that it is a good idea to have that conversation in the privacy of your office. That way it's just you and the teacher, and you are telling him or her, this is what you have. This is what you might see and hear. All that I want is, some reasonable accommodations, possibly, or just don't pick me, But
Yeah.
You have great advice for parents and teachers. So that is just awesome. So how do you handle telephones? Because I
Wow.
know
Wow,
people,
wow.
I can hear the pain in your voice because I know, telephones are so rough. They're so hard for people who stutter. How do you handle the telephone?
First, I think that I have a little bit of a traumatic time with my phone. Like every time when the phone ring in my house, I just like go to the toilet. But it was in the past. I finished doing that. Yeah.
I know, me too.
Yeah. Like when the phone is ringing, like my mom said, "Gal, go to pick the phone," and I said, "No, I can't. I doing something." But now I tell you what, the age is really tough to me, and so the age is really tough to me. So I can't say hello. So I say like, I don't know, like yeah, or like something weird, and they ask me why I'm doing this, and I say to them, why not?
Wow. It is so ironic because I also have a hard time with my H's. Now, for me, when I'm trying to say hello, it comes out as heavy breathing, like,
Yeah.
and people really get freaked out and they either hang up on me or they tell me that they're going to call the police on me. It's just crazy.
Wow.
Now, I tell people that when you call me and if they know me, they know that I have a hard time with my H's. And so if they hear some heavy breathing, they'll just wait, they'll be patient, and then they'll say, okay, hey, Pedro. So it kind of works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's just crazy. It's a tough. But
It is.
you know something? I don't know why, but I've noticed like in the last week that like to voice record like on WhatsApp or Instagram in a chat, it really like easy to me, and I'm doing this, and I don't know how, but I'm doing this a lot, like doing voice record, because when I feel that I can, I'm doing this, So I don't know how, but like another thing that I try when the phone is ringing, like I also tried the 5 seconds rule and it doesn't work for me, and I try to say before when I pick the phone, hello, 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 and then and then unpick, and then, you know.
I do know, yes. I know what you are talking about. And so, I mean, I've been there, and there have been times that, I have to put it on mute, and then I breathe, but the breathing will, kind of take over. And then I forget that the other person's on the other line. And so I forget to unmute. I said, oh no, oh crap, they're on the other line.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. And so let me ask you this. Do you do this? Because I do this. When I'm talking and if there is a block. Now, for me, I will either, hit my leg or hit my arm, or, I'll tap my head to help me get like a rhythm to help me get the word out. Do you do that?
Yeah, I'm doing this. I doing a stupid things like let me tell you a nice story. I have a best friend, okay? And like when I stuck, we are really good friends, so I can punch him in the face, and we gonna still be friends. And like when I stuck, I just catch his face or doing a punch on his shoulder, but not a strong punch. And then
Right.
and then it comes out. Yeah. So
Wow.
this is what I'm doing, but I can't do it with my girlfriend,
Right. Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. Please don't do that to your girlfriend.
No.
What do you think is your most effective technique that you have learned to help you with your stuttering, to help you be more fluent?
The best technique that work for me, it can sound you like a cliche. It's just first to think in my mind what I actually gonna say, but in every word, and no matter what, how much the word is tough, I'm gonna say it. And then I'm not confusing or not like stuck and don't know what I'm going to say. I just think what I'm gonna say, and I'm saying it no matter what. This is the best one.
That's awesome.
And
that is great.
And I have another one, but this is a trick that I made, is a weird one, but I hope you understand it. Like, if I stuck and I need to say a word, so I say the name of the word, the first word of the letter. Like, I need to say hello, so I say, but really not loud, like age hello, and then it comes out. I don't know how to explain it.
Wow. See, you do the first letter, but I do not. And so let's say the word is also hello. I don't do the H. You will hear hello because I just have a really hard time with the letter H. And so, I just won't say that at all. And then I'll just go on to the E. And so I'll say hello.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
During your speech therapy, do y'all do sing therapy? Like,
no.
Like when people sing, if you stutter, you don't really have a block. Because when I sing, and now I only do it in the shower, I sing to myself, I don't stutter at all. Have you tried that? Singing?
Yeah, me too. And like singing, it's really easy to me. If I want, I can sing whatever I want, however I want. It's really easy to me. Like, I can sing to you a song if you want.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah? No, you don't want.
Like me, you don't want to hear me sing. Now, let me ask you a very hot topic question, because I get asked this all of the time. Okay, let's say you are having a conversation and you are having a block. Do you let other people finish your sentences?
Okay, let me tell you something about me that you don't know. That I am a really angry person, okay? So if someone, even friends, do something that annoying me, I'm going to do something about it, okay? Like people is doing this, but when I say to my close friends that is not nice to me, they stop. And yeah, so I let, but like I staring them after this like angry face or something, or even scream on them. It really depends.
Okay. Previously, when I was younger, that would make me angry when they would finish my sentences because it made me feel less than. It made me feel like I was broken, and that would make me really angry. And so I would just shut down completely and go to my room, lock the door, and then turn out the light, and then pray that the next day would be better. Now that I'm older, now,
I
I
have
reach.
a question for you. Can I?
Okay. Sure. Yes, 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 yes.
You have a spouse and kids. Complete your sentences.
Yes. They
And
know.
yeah,
They know that I'm having a hard time with it, and they are very caring. They are very compassionate, and they will just help me out, which is, okay by me.
okay. So when they doing this, you are okay with this?
Now that I'm older, yes, because I have learned many techniques through the years. And we have our good days, and we have our bad days. And my bad days, when they're good, they're really good. And when they're bad, they're really bad.
Yeah.
And when they are bad, I just don't want to talk. However, if I have to talk and if I'm having a block, they know that, I'm just having a hard time, and they will help me with it. And many of my friends and colleagues, they know that I stutter because I tell everybody that here is what I have. I have a stutter. I may have a block, but oh well, life goes on. However, if you know what I'm trying to say, help me, help you, help me. Now that took me a long time. It took me a long time to get there because I had a lot of anger issues. I would get so angry because people would tell me because I have a stutter, there is something wrong with me, that I have a medical condition, that I have a form of mental retardation, and they felt the need to do things for me.
Yeah.
And that made me angry, in which I carried that anger for a very long time, until one day, I told myself, I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with being angry every single day. I'm done with people making fun of me and mocking me and teasing me. I just don't care anymore. And once I did that, and once I told myself, I don't care if I stutter. I don't care if you are making fun of me. That's on you, not me.
Of course.
Once I did that, this huge weight was lifted off of my shoulders. And let me tell you, every day after that, it was just awesome because I just didn't care anymore. I did not care that I have a stutter. And once I did that, I mean, it was just awesome because I could just be talking to people. I stutter. Now, the old Pedro, would get angry and nervous and no. Now, I just don't care. I'm talking, I stutter. Oh, well, life goes on. However, if you know what I'm trying to say, help me, help you, help me. And so that way we can be done with our conversation. But, that took a really long time. But once I did it, I mean, it was a game changer for my life.
That really good to hear it. That really good to hear it because I want to learn it too, because it doesn't nice to be angry. And I want to tell you a short story. Can I?
Sure.
Okay, so it's been Christmas, right? In my country, it was Hanukkah. And like 1 week before it, it was like the worst week stutter in my life, okay? But the worst. I swear to you, it was that I go with my mom to the mall and we want to buy clothes and I didn't explain her what I want, and we go to the doctor because I have a leg problem and I didn't explain them what I actually have. I feel like I'm actually really disability. That's it. And it make me first time in my life to feel depression because I'm stuttering all of my life. Basically, I have in the kindergarten it was a tough stutter, really. In the school it was nice. In the middle school I had 95% fluency and it was great. I forgot that I have stutter, and in the 10th grade it came back. I go to the speech therapy after I finished with her. I go and the stutter disappear again, and I had my bodybuilding competition. It means a lot of stress, and with the prep of the competition, all of this came back. But this time it's the worst level of stuttering in my life. I'm not used to it, and the first time in my life in that week I feel depression. I feel that everything is hard to me and I didn't know what can I do, basically.
You know, Gal, that also happens to me. There were weeks when nothing would come out. I mean, we're talking nothing. Every single word for a whole week, or possibly more, would not come out. And so, so I would stutter and then have block after block after block. What many people don't know is that stuttering drains your energy because every organ in your body is tensed up. And so during a normal 8-hour work day for me, my body is always tense because of my stutter. And so when I got home, I was just drained. I did not have any energy for anything. And so I would hop on the couch and just pass out because I was tired. I mean, just drained. Then I didn't want to, talk to nobody because I couldn't talk all day. And what makes you think that I'm going to talk when I'm home when I was trying to talk all day? And so, I mean, you're mentally and physically, it just drains all of your energy. And so whenever I would have those horrible weeks, those worst weeks, that's when those people who care about you, that's when you reach out and they are there, to help you, to listen to you. That way you always have an outlet because it is so important for people who stutter that if you're having a bad day, if you're having your worst week ever, it is so important to just reach out to those people who care about you and tell them. That way they can offer you comfort, they can offer you counsel, and they can tell you that that they are here for you. And for me, that helped me out a great deal because my depression, it was just horrible because I would just come home and go to my room, turn off the light, lock the door, and just wait for the next day to come because hopefully that will be a better day. So I completely know how you feel. And it is important that if we have those horrible weeks, if we have those horrible days, let's reach out. Reach out to a person who loves you, cares for you. That way you can have that talk. That way it will help you to work out whatever issues that were going on that week. And so it is extremely important that you just reach out.
I agree. That really, really, really good things that you said, and I use it like there is a tough time, and like since I finished all of your podcast, I'm really more talk about my stutter like with my girlfriend also, and like when I have bad stutter day or bad stutter week, like she said to me that we don't need to talk, we just can be together, like, and that really helps me. Like she really, really have a lot of patience, and that's awesome.
Wow, that is awesome. She's a keeper. You better hold on to her.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Now, let me ask you this. Let's say that you're having a good speech day. I mean, everything is coming out. You are doing all of your techniques to help you, and you're just having an awesome speech day. Do you celebrate that win?
Not for sure. I can tell you what. I like if I have like a really good stutter day, I just like talk, but a lot. I can talk with my parents like a lot, tell them stories that happened to me the whole week, and I can just talk a lot, and like if I celebrate wins, like the most thing that I don't like I am a child, I'm a people who's really like to eat in a restaurant. I like to eat, but I'm really, really, really afraid every time because it happened to me that I come to the waiter and I tell he that hey, hello, I want, and he stared at me, what do you want? I want, and I'm afraid of this because it happened to me a lot, but I'm doing this and I win it, and when I win it I enjoy my food more because I feel that I earn it.
Right. And that is very important because let's say I have a good speech day. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to Starbucks. I'm getting me a really huge latte mochaccino espresso. I might get me like a cake or a cupcake because I earned it. Now I don't do that often because if I did, I would weigh like 800 pounds. And so everything in moderation. But when I do have a speech day, I do like to celebrate and tell myself, good work. That is awesome. And let's go on to the next day. But you bring a very good point about restaurants. Now, I've had a lot of difficulty in restaurants, especially with waiters who are not patient. And they will look at their watch and they will look everywhere else. Meanwhile, I'm having a long block. I'm trying to get it out. That's when I tell them to be patient, and that, I do have a stutter.
Okay.
Right. Yes. You have to educate. And when I did that, oh my gosh, they were so attentive and they were so helpful. And that's when I gave them a big old tip at the end, because that's when I appreciate their patience. I appreciate their respect, and I appreciate their cooperation. And so I know completely how you feel with going to a restaurant and trying to order. And ooh, I know that can be rough.
That can be rough, and I have a little question for you about that. Like when you go to a restaurant, okay, and you have the menu in a paper, and like you can like do with your finger to the waiter
Oh my God,
on
yes.
on the meal that you want. You can
Yes.
do with your finger and
Yes.
please or something.
Yes, that's what I do also. And many of our restaurants here in Texas, in Houston, Texas, they have pictures on them, which is awesome. I love having pictures on menus because I can just point. This is this is what I want. I mean, it just makes it a lot easier. Now, here is a very interesting question. When you are alone, can you speak without stuttering?
Wow, yeah, that's what I can to tell you. When I alone, I just can talk whatever I want. Like when I alone in my house, I just talk sometimes like for practicing, and like when my mom comes home, that's it, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Wow. See, we're all different. And for me, when I'm all by myself, I still stutter. And when I'm talking to myself and practicing, I still stutter. So, I mean, we're all different in our journeys, but I find that interesting that when you are alone, you don't stutter.
Right.
Now, has this ever happened to you? Let's say you have an appointment. It could be a doctor's appointment or whatnot. And so you walk in to the office and there is an admin person at the front desk. And then they greet you, hi, good morning. What is your name? And then you have a block. I mean, you have a really long block. And then they ask you, did you forget your name? Has that ever happened to you?
Wow, like every time, and as I said, I am angry person, like aggressive, and sometimes the way that I react, like I said, no, I I not, but I don't know how to say it in English, but like I said, no, I don't forgot my name, but you forgot your patient, something like that.
Right.
And even I had one time that I was so angry, and someone like said that in a like funny way, and I was so angry that I pushed him, and I said no, that's I not forgot my name, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when I was younger, that would make me angry. But nowadays, when they tell me that, I just take that time, I breathe, and that's when I tell them I have a stutter. And then 9 times out of 10, they will apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know that. And that way I am telling them, I'm educating them that I have a stutter. And so that way, for the next time, for the next patient that may also have that, they are better prepared. Because my motto is, when you know better, you do better. And so when that happens to me, that is when I just educate them and tell them. That way, for the next patient, they will be better prepared. That way it won't happen again.
Yeah, you are have more patience than me. I never talk about my stutter before I heard your episodes, So since I finished your episodes, I didn't that didn't happen to me. But next time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna educate them.
Right. Because that took me a long time. I mean, let me tell you, Gal, I had a lot of anger. And so once I learned to not care anymore, once I told myself, I don't care, from here on out, I will no longer fight my stutter. I'm going to embrace my stutter because fighting it, I mean, it just would just make me angry all day, every day, day after day after day. I was just angry. I was just angry. And so when people would ask me, did I forget my name? Ooh, let me tell you, there were some colorful words that came out. I called them every name in the book, but that was the old Pedro. That's an old Pedro, old angry Pedro. Now I just let it go. I breathe. And then I tell them I have a stutter. And 9 times out of 10, they will apologize. But that one person, that 1 out of 10 who has a bad attitude, I just let it go. I let it go because they have their own demons that they have to work through. But I'm okay. Pedro is awesome. I love me some Pedro. I am awesome. That's when I just tell them, I disclose, and then I just go on with my day. So that's how I deal with it right now.
Okay, cool. Nice to hear it.
Now, let me talk about this new technology. Now, I am a lot older than you are. And back in my day, we didn't have mobile phones. We had pagers. I don't know if you know what a pager is.
No, pager?
Oh my God.
What's okay. A pager?
People would call a number and then you would carry this device that looked like a matchbox. You would carry it on you and then it would beep. And then on the screen, it would have the phone number that had called you.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Back in the day, yeah. Nowadays, we have all of this new technology. We have Google Home, we have Alexa, and then you have the one that starts with an S that I can never say.
No. Say it.
Oh, I will be here.
Accepted.
Oh, Gal, no, you did not. Okay, hold on.
Take your time.
I'm breathing. Siri. Oh, nice. Okay. Wow. See? Okay, Gal, you are awesome. You're just awesome. Nice. So do you think that all this new technology, is it helpful or hurtful to people who stutter?
I'll tell you what. I'm not use this technology because I don't have it at home. Like I don't have like a smart house or something like that. And my phone is like not a like smartphone is a Galaxy J7 without that technology. But I think it's a good thing for people who stutter. Why? It's a nice way to practice for a robot. That's not a guy. You're not afraid. You're less stressed,
Wow, how cool. Because let me tell you, when I'm having a bad day, I just hop on my phone and then I go to one of my apps on my phone. I order a pizza through the app. I pay for it through the app and they come to my door. And so I don't have to say anything. I just smile. And then I take the pizza and then it's like, wow, this is really awesome.
Yeah. Like, I'll tell you what, like, I really like the shops that they have a website and I just can order in the website. It way more easy. Like I really like McDonald's than Burger King because in my country you have McDonald's delivery and no Burger King delivery. So I really like McDonald's for it, you know.
How cool. Now, let me ask you this. What is a challenge that you had to overcome speech wise, and how did you do it?
I have a lot of challenges. Like I work in an ice cream shop, okay? Like 2 years. And as I told you, like 2 years ago, I had like 95% fluency. So in the job interview and all of this, they even saw that I'm stutter, and but now I'm stutter, so they screwed up. No, no, but like every time that I have a shift, it's challenging, you know. I like work in a ice cream shop. I need to ask the customer like every time, hello, how are you? In a cup or in a cone. All of this, it's a challenge.
How do you cope with that? Do you do your deep breathing exercises, or how do you handle that?
How do I handle that? I don't know how, but the words that I need to say, like how much one scoop cost, like the most difficult, the most easy word to me, it's shin. It's sh, like shalom, like sh,
Oh my God,
and
yes. The S words. The S words.
yeah, it no, but for me the S, the Z, the SH, the sh, it's the most easy to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the most easy to me. So like I use it a lot, and the menu with a lot of this, lucky me, I don't know how. Like yeah, but this is a big problem when there is a stress and like another worker asks me something and I like don't know what to do. And when customers comes to me and ask me if he wants Belgian waffle, with what it comes, you know what challenge is it for me?
Right. What I found helpful is, like what you were talking about practicing, because I have spent days and months and years practicing in front of my bathroom mirror. That's when I practice my name, I practice a greeting, or let's say I have to give a presentation. I practice in front of my bathroom mirror. That way, when I do it over and over and over again, once I have to do it, I'll be fine. Now, you are 18 years old, right?
17 and a half.
Okay. So, given your young age, what has stuttering taught you?
I'll tell you what. And because like the stutter came back to me like half year ago, you know, sometimes like a normal child, I'm not a bully, but with my friends, you know, that happens that you laugh or something about jokes or something, and like I learned to accept the different, like if if they laugh, not they bully on the on child, but if they laugh on someone, like I I I don't like it. You know, I accept the different, the people with any mobility, and that's it. I think.
Okay. Wow. Well,
Sorry for my English.
oh
Really,
no.
I know.
Oh no. You are doing awesome. You are doing awesome. For me, my stutter has taught me patience. It has taught me courage. It has taught me compassion. And so as I carry on through my years, my stutter has actually helped me later in life, because now I'm not angry all the time. Now I have more patience. I have more compassion, and that has made my life a lot easier. Let me tell you, because once I let go of the anger, my life got better. Now, what advice would you give to another person who stutters?
I think the best advice that I can to bring is be in your comfort zone, like be with your best friend, and like talk about it, even laugh about it, like you have to tell your friends for breaking that distance, that they know you stutter but they they're not sure what is exactly, because like if you close your eyes, they actually think you have Parkinson or something like that, or like heart attack. I don't know. You have to be open with your friends.
How cool. Now, last topic. Let's say you have an opportunity to tell the world, give them insight about stuttering. What would you tell the world about stuttering?
Okay, so you saying all the time, physically, emotionally, psychologically. So I wanted to make them feel how it's to be stutter physically, emotionally, psychologically, and mentally. Yeah. So like I wanted to make them feel what it is, you know?
When they put themselves into your shoes, when
Yeah.
they feel your anger, and when they feel your stress, when they feel your anxiety and your nervousness, they would be more able to adapt, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, awesome. Well, Gal, it has been an awesome. I can't tell you how awesome it is to talk to you. Now, I would like to thank you for spending time with me and sharing your story. Because I believe that there is healing in sharing. I think you're awesome. I think you're courageous. I think you are an inspiration. And this will not be our last conversation. I know this because you have a bright future. Thank you, sir. Now, let's say my audience wants to reach out to you, because I have a awesome audience. I mean, they are global. I have listeners in Australia, in Germany, in Canada, in Mexico. They're all over the place. What if they want to reach out to you? How would they do that?
First, I am really use application Instagram. So if they want, I send to you the link. My name is in Instagram is Gal.Zussman.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Now, before we go, I know you were telling me that you are a bodybuilder. Are you going to continue that your goal in life?
Yeah. Basically, my I won the Mr. Israel first place until the age 17, but I want to compete like in Europe. But the problem is the army, because I live in Israel, and when you graduate, you have to go to the army, and it's really hard to be also a bodybuilder and a soldier, because you have no gym, you don't have your nutrition, so it's gonna be a huge challenge for me. But when I finish the army, or I'm going to be a personal trainer in the army, I'm going to continue bodybuilding, and I hope you're gonna hear me in the top of the world.
Wow. First of all, I would like to tell you congratulations on first place on Mr. Israel. That is awesome.
Thank you.
Now, how many years do you have to be in the military before you can get out?
In the military, you have to join to the military. For men, it's 2 years and 8 months. For women, it's 2 years and 4 months. And you have to do it. In Israel, if you don't do it, you're gonna have a problem like in your passport. You can't you you illegal civilian, you know.
Right. Well, you have a a bright future ahead of you. I am so proud to speak with you. And so I think you are just awesome. And so down the road, after you do another bodybuilding competition, let's talk again. All right, sir?
All right.
All right. Well, I hope you have an awesome day. I want to thank you one more time because I think you're awesome. Thank you for spending time with me, and we will, down the road, talk again.
Thank you.
If you like this podcast, head on over to Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, rate, and review. Thank you for listening, and we will talk again.